Bobby Lopez here from Quick Fix Golf at quickfixgolf.com, where we want you to play better golf now. Today we've got a very interesting topic for you. See this book right here? We're going to have a series of videos that we're going to discuss this book. Today's going to be on the hips, which is pages 90 and 91. This book I started reading when I was 10 years old. It came out in 1957. I started reading it in 1960. It's the only book I've read from cover to cover since I got out of high school. How I passed this beyond me, I don't know. They just wanted to get the Cuban out of the school. This is the only book I've read cover to cover all the way through high school. Hey, what can I tell you? So I'm not that bright. But I know one thing. There's a lot of contradictions in this book. And that's why Butch Harmon mentioned that Hogan probably ruined more golf swings than anybody else, but they're all trying to copy him. I mean, you couldn't help but want to copy it considering how beautiful his swing was. I mean, what a beautiful golf swing. There'll never be another one like it, I don't think, but we'll see. I mean, Tiger looked pretty good too. But anyway, let's take a look at what we got here. Let's see how to try and keep you from being confused. Pages 90 and 91. We're also going to do this. We're going to go over those pages 90 and 91, and we're going to do a video analysis of Hogan versus Cameron Champ to see if there's any difference from the modern day golfer today to what Ben Hogan was the modern day golfer versus, the old Scotties. Page 90. He says right away the hips initiate the downswing. All right, Lopez, hold on. Hey, whoa. How many times have you told me the arms win the race? Give the arms a head start. Tiger says the arms win the race. Sergio Garcia, my dad told me to pull down on a chain with both hands. No, it's not necessarily that is the difference. What he's saying here, initiate the downswing. The hips have a smaller circumference to go around. So it will feel, you'll get the sensation like the arms are late because your hips are so fast. You're going to feel like you're giving the arms a head start. But your hips are, more than probably ahead of the arms by, for sure, because they're clearing. And that's where the confusion comes. People think, oh wow, I gotta turn my hips first, and instead of turning them, they shift them over to the front foot. Now you're locked up. Now you're stuck, and you're going to flip in your hands. He said, turn your hip back to the left. There must be enough lateral motion forward to transfer the weight to the left foot. Now, notice he says enough lateral motion. He didn't say surge to your front foot. He didn't say, stick your hip out on top of your left foot. Throw all your weight onto your left foot. He didn't say any of that. He just said it has to have enough lateral motion. And you're going to see this on the analysis that we're going to do in a minute. Now, here's page 91. Imagine that at address, one end of an elastic strip is fastened to the wall directly behind your left hip bone. As the shoulder turns the hips on the backswing, the elastic is stretched with increased tension. When you start turning your hips to the left, the elastic will snap back to the left with tremendous speed. Let's do an analysis, but hold on first. Look at this picture down here. He's got this giant piece of rubber here hooked to the wall and onto his hip. And it stretches it as he's making the downswing. And then on the downswing, he says it snaps him back to the wall. Well, what happened to the thing about changing, transferring weight to your front foot? What happened to that? Huh? The elastic will snap back to the left with tremendous speed. He says back to the left. Didn't say going forward. Let's do an analysis here, because the proof is in the pudding as we pull them up. And here's Cameron Champ and Ben Hogan. Cameron Champ being a long hitter of today. Hogan being the golfer of yesteryear. And take a look at this. Okay. Look at the size of that club head. Look at the size of this club head. The ball isn't any bigger. Same size ball. The ball's gone through a lot of changes, but not difference in size or weight. I'm going to put a line here by his head. Of course, Hogan's so old he's dead, but we're still going to see how there's really little, if any, change at all whatsoever. Look at this. Here he goes, 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 here he goes. Look how his left hip is still right on that line. Look how his head has moved backward and his hips have turned. They didn't go sideways, they turned. That's why I always say the sensation to me personally, is that the right cheek of my butt is headed for my left heel on the backswing. And then it inverts. On the downswing, the left cheek of my left hip goes towards my right heel. Not the toe, the heel. So then watch on the downswing. Let's see how much of this lateral motion he has. Very little. It's almost impossible to turn your hips and not move at least that much onto your front foot. Now, there are people that spin out horribly on their downswing. Then the idea of moving weight to left foot is a hell of a great idea. We don't know that until you get out our app and you upload the video and send it to us so we can tell you. Now let's look at Hogan. Let's see what he does. Look at that. Look at that. They're both almost identical right there. Hold on. Look at that. See, Hogan's head is behind the ball, not on top of the ball. See how his head is angled this way? Now let's see this lateral motion he talked about. Yeah, look at that. See, there must be just enough motion to get over to that left foot, but it's not a big surge. It's not a violent move by any means. It's here. It's here. And then, boom. And notice this. Tip of the left shoulder to the ball at impact. Tip of the left shoulder to the ball at impact. There's the line of scrimmage. You can't be offsides. Notice how, let me show you some other lines here. Notice that, this, They look awfully alike. So what I would suggest is if you get out your cell phone, download our app, upload the video. If that doesn't work for you, just send it by email. Just attach it to quick service at quickfixgolf.com, and we'll take a look and be able to send you back something that looks like this. It'll say, here's where you stand, here's what you're doing, here's what's going on. There it is right there. Download our app or attach it to an email if the app is not your thing. Quick service at quickfixgolf.com. We'll have a complete analysis off to you, in most cases the same day. Hope this helps. quickfixgolf.com.